And you make your children sing how God hates everyone and hates the world. God doesn't hate this world, lady. You need to read your Bible. I'm not going to call you or your husband a pastor, because no pastor teaches the world is hated by God and all the people in it are hated by God. That's a wrong thing to believe. I'm going to move along to the second half of this. It's actually on the same veins. It has to do with the Bible and biblical things, or something I wanted to make clear. There was a mention to me that, if I do research and if I really know what some of these things mean. And the point in question was over the word Elohim, or as we say God. Elohim is supposedly the Hebrew word for God. And I do a lot of research. As I said, I don't get on these videos and speak bull. I'm not stupid. I do research. I may make a mistake, but I will correct it and apologize for it. But to explain to you, as I've said in a previous video, the word God is not anywhere in the Hebrew Bible. It is nowhere in Hebrew where they talk about and they call him God. Now, to clarify this, he is called Elohim. Now, Elohim, we do not even truly know what the basis to this word means. Not even the Jews of our time know exactly what this word means. The word itself comes from the base word of El, which is an Aramaic word, or an ancient Semitic word, which was a representation of God. El does mean God, or mighty one, or great one. There's about 8 different explanations that tell you what the word El means. Now, many people have used the word even in their names. Elijah. There you have El right at the beginning, which is actually, I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. It would be pronounced more on the lines of ale. Almost like the drink, but a little more pronounced. It's very hard to, you just have to listen to how I said it. You can't describe how you pronounce something. But the word El is from an Aramaic word that meant mighty one, or associated to God. The name or word God was not tagged onto the Bible until very recently in history. Within the last couple hundred years, or a few hundred years, I should say, is when they decided that Elohim means God. Now, in the Hebrew script, and as I said, I've done a lot of studying on this, Elohim is a plural word, and many people believe that it now means the divinity or several. People who are alien enthusiasts who think that God's an alien, there you go. There's be a perfect thing. If Elohim is a plural word, then we're not just speaking about God, we're speaking about several beings. And as I said, the name God was only tagged onto that in a very recent history compared to how long the Hebrews have used it. And even to this day, we have the same El Shaddai. We have no idea, and you can research this. There are ideas. Nobody truly knows what Shaddai means. There is no Hebrew word for that. It is an ancient Aramaic word that has been lost in meaning. Just as the word El was, or Elohim, which is the plural of it, we've lost the actual true meaning. Most likely, it means the divinity, or the Trinity, or mighty ones. Seeing that El is a form that means mighty one or great ones. So I wanted to clarify that when I say that there's no place in the Old Testament that it says God, there's a reason that I say that, is because truly there is no place, because there is no actual word in the Jewish language for God except for El. But God is usually, Jehovah is referred to as Elohim. And I wanted to make that clarification because a lot of people are probably going, oh my God, God's all the way through the Bible. That's your Bible. That's the interpretation and translation by a king who was trying to translate Hebrew language that at that time had no vowels. To this day, we don't even know if we're pronouncing the words correctly from the ancient Hebrew. It's strictly by chance, and vowels were not added to the Hebrew language till about somewhere between, I believe it's 60 to 100 years ago, is when they actually devise a vowel system so they know how to pronounce the words.